all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today of this morning I am showing you guys my project that I've been working on I think the last 2 or 3 days. It was a really large project, and I have to say this is not finished at all. I have only done the outer side and a large chunk of the landscaping, but I'm planning to do a little bit more landscaping on the basketball court. But for now I am going to leave it as it is and show you guys my progress, because I think overall I've spent 5 hours building this house. So this video is kind of really very sped up. I don't know that you guys really can see it, because I'm such a slow builder that if I speed it up like 10 times it looks like a normal 6 for normal simmers. But anyways, this is a request by one of you guys. So sorry, sweetie, I forgot your name. I'm so bad in names, but I think it's a he, he requested the let me look up the name because it's a very long name. So yeah, he requested the French mega mansion in Beverly Hills on the 40 Beverly Park Circle. That's the address, and that's the house that I'm trying to recreate here in The Sims. So thank you so much for your request. I absolutely fell in love with this house, and he or she, I'm not sure, posted this request I think a couple of months ago, and I was like, yes, I need to build that, but then I forgot about it again. Then he kindly reminded me when I did, I think, my vintage glamour manor. He was like, are you still going to do that mansion? And I was like, oh dang it, yes, I just forgot about it. And then again I forgot about it again. Oh my gosh, my mind is like, it's like I have mommy brain. You know, I don't know if there's mothers watching, but I have mommy brain, and the only thing that I can really remember is that I need to take care of my children, of course, that I need to go to school, homework, all those stuff. That are things that I can remember fine, but anything else not related to my children is very easily forgotten. I do have I have a notebook, by the way. I walk around with a little notebook in my purse so that I would never forget anything. So when I have ideas, or I'm like, oh, I need to pick up my dry cleaning, I write it down in my notebook so that I won't forget it. And I have a similar notebook for my simming builds, by the way. I always write down everything that you guys suggest in that little book. And I had this house in that book, but only the name and the address. And I couldn't really, I don't know, every time I looked at that name, I was like, I need to look that up in Google. But I was just too lazy to really go to Google and look it up. So yeah. That's why it just didn't happen, but it's happening right now. The French mega mansion in Beverly Hills. I'm trying to recreate that house. So if you don't know how this looks, just search it on Google. It's a gorgeous house, or huge mansion. I'm not going to make an exact copy, although I do try and recreate the entire layout. I do downscale some parts of the mansion that I think are not really necessary for The Sims. As for the garage at the front, that's a 3 garage, and in real life it's a 4 garage port, or a 4 port garage. I'm not sure how to say that, but anyways, in real life it's 4. I made it 3 because I wanted to save a little bit space on the side to make this walkway. So you see the arches now. That is where the walkway is going to come to go to the backyard of the house. I didn't make like all of the extra buildings on the lot. I think there's like stables. Not sure if they are stables or garden houses, but I didn't make that. Those were separated from the main building, so I'm only building the entire main building and that little gazebo that is like connected to the building on the, if you look at the front of the house on the left, now on the right, there's a little gazebo. I did do the exterior, so you will see it when we go through it. I do make that, but I gave it a different function. So that little thingy there, that round little building, I gave it a different function. I think in real life it's like a greenhouse, or I'm not sure, maybe just a seating area where they drink tea or something. But what I do is I make it a part of the walkway to the backyard. So you walk through it if you want to go from the front to back. So there are two entrances to the very large garden, and I could have made this house maybe a little bit larger, but I really did not want to make this house larger at all, because in real life this mansion has a beautiful garden with swimming pool and tennis court, and I absolutely wanted to implement all those things in this build. So the layout of the house or the mansion backyard isn't the same, because if you look at the mansion from a front, the pool is more on the left side, but of course I couldn't build any more on the left, because then we were going over the plot border, so I couldn't build there. So I did make it more at the center of the mansion. Oh my gosh, so sorry if I'm sounding so weird. I've been sick these couple of days. That's also a reason why I didn't record and just build. I've been really sick and just had an awful cold, and I sounded like Donald Duck, you know. It sounded awful, and I just didn't want to talk in my microphone, and I was like, let's just build something very large. And yeah, I started building this. But anyway, so sorry if you still hear my stuffed nose, and weird pronunciations. I am trying my very best to not sound like an idiot here. But anyways, yeah, what was I talking about? I think I was talking about the layout and the entrances. Yeah. Anyways, back to the roofing. That's it. That's the word. So for the roof, this mansion has actually a kind of flat roof in the middle, but I don't know. It just didn't look very nice to make it in the sim, so I do make a normal gabled. I think it's called a gabled roof that I'm using there. I used that roof, and then all of the other roofing that I'm doing, I'm trying to recreate. So I am very limited to what we can do in the Sims. I know this house is not going to look like 100% similar. It's going to lean a little bit more towards the old Victorian. And I think this mega mansion here in Beverly Hills looks a little bit, it looks old but updated. You know what I mean? So it definitely looks like a old mansion, but I don't know, it looks like they updated, I think the walls a bit, the colors perhaps, I'm not sure. It looks fresh and new. Let me say it like that. It's very well maintained. That is what I wanted to say. So it has a very interesting large back, how do you call it again? Balcony, that's the word. And it's, yeah, it has a lot of detail with the roof and like a main entrance, and I am trying to recreate that so bad here, but as you guys can see, it looks awful. This just looks awful. The little towers next to each other, it looks awful. So the main tower in the middle, I am going to change that again and make it look a little bit better. And I know it's not exactly the same as the real life mansion, but I'm trying to make it look as best as I can do in the Sims game. So like I said, it's not going to be a complete copy, but it's more of an inspirational build, and I try to make at least the shape of the house the same. If the overall look and feel is kind of different, yeah, so sorry, but I absolutely did try to make this house feel as the Beverly Hills mansion. Oh my gosh, the Beverly Hills Mansion. I always think of that series, you know, Beverly Hills 90210. I don't know if you guys know that, but every time I say Beverly Hills, I think of that series. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to give that feel to the mansion, but I know the overall look is a little bit different. So yeah, what am I doing here? So I'm making flooring on the rooftop so that I can implement trims. So you can do like the normal trims, but the small trims that I'm using, you can only use that if there is a room or a foundation on top, and that's what I'm doing right now so that I can use the roof trim on the oh my god, the roof area. Why is the word roof so hard for me this morning? It's morning, by the way. Good morning if it's morning where you live. In Belgium, it's now 9 o'clock in the morning. My my lovely daughter woke me up because she was desperate to watch My Little Pony, and she just couldn't stay in bed anymore. And she knew it's a Sunday, but she was like, I need to watch my pony, mommy. So yeah, I went to downstairs with her. I put on some ponies, gave her something to eat. Of course, I'm not that bad. Gave her something to eat, and then I was like, let's do my voiceover. I'm feeling much better today. Let's talk a little bit and spend a little bit time with you guys. I have missed you so much. It feels weird when I'm not uploading. I'm so used to uploading like almost every day now. These past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it's been a blast. I'm really enjoying uploading so much, and I want to continue doing that, either speed builds, let's plays, or normal real-time builds. I'm having fun with it, so yeah, I hope that you guys are enjoying that as well. Let me know in the comment section below the video if it's okay for me to upload that much, and yeah, if you are enjoying the channel just as I am. I'm really enjoying it so much lately. I mean, I always loved the channel, but lately it's been growing really fast, at least for me. It's going really fast for me, and I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying my content and that you like my builds and just like the overall video so much. So thank you guys for subscribing and just being with me and watching the videos. It means a lot. So yeah. So anyways, I didn't talk about the outside wallpaper. So there was a little crisis. I didn't know which wallpaper I wanted to use. You guys might saw me struggling with the color. So the wallpaper that I'm using here, that's going to change again. I like it. It suits the building quite well what I'm using here, but it's not giving me the same vibe or feeling that we have when you look at that mansion. You really should check it out on Google. It has more of a yellow tone. And at first I was going with the Get Together very yellow brick wall color. But then I'm going here, you can see it, for the middle yellow color. So this looks nice. So it's not the white, it's not the very yellow, it's something in between, and it suits the building very well. So I am going to see when the vampire stuff pack is going to come out, if I can maybe use some wallpapers from there. Maybe there is a better wallpaper in that pack for the exterior of this mansion. I'm not sure. I'm also hoping for a iron fence. Oh my god, my throat. For an iron fencing, because the fencing that I'm using now on this little balcony and the large balcony at the back side of the house, that's actually a iron fence. And I'm now using wooden fence. I mean, you don't really see, you see kinda that it's a wooden fence, but I would definitely would like to use an iron one, because I think if I would do that, then the house would look a little bit more closer to the real life house. So yeah, I'm absolutely waiting for the pack before I'm going to continue on my part 2. And the pack is coming out in like, what, 2 days now? So it's insanely close. And I'm so excited for my vampires. I just cannot wait to play with them, to build. Oh, that will be awesome. But let me know in the comment section below the video if you guys want to see a overlook of the pack. Because I can definitely do that. I usually don't do overlooks of packs because mainly everyone is going to do one, and there is going to be lots of spam of first views, first overlooks, and blah 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 on your timeline when the pack is going to hit the download or origin. When you can download it, you will see multiple overviews, and of course the large YouTubers like Delagrassy, the Sim Supply, and I think Coffee, they're all going to do like a pack overviews a day before because they get early access. So yeah, I'm not sure, but let me know in the comment section below the video if you guys want to see a pack overview from me and my initial thoughts about the pack. I can totally do that. I mean, I would like to spend my time doing that, but of course only if you guys are interested in watching those, because yeah, I don't want to make a video that I spend like a lot of time on and no one really likes watching it, really. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below the video what you guys think. Or I can do like a real-time build video in the new pack and just build something small with you guys in real time. I can do that as well. But yeah, just let me know. I'm listening. So yeah, here the overall landscaping. I try to make it look very soothing. So I'm so sorry. Soothing, over the top, but not over the top, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to exactly explain it, other than I try to make it look gorgeous, and I don't know, I want it to fit this house really well. So if you look at the landscaping of this house, there is a lot of green. I don't see that much flowers. Like, there are flowers, but not an over elaborate of flowers that I usually do in mansions. So I do restrain in the flowers, and I try to work more with hedges and bushes and trees. I'm trying that out and seeing how that goes. I'm trying to make a little interesting pathways, and I think I succeeded. So my favorite part of the outside of the house is this section here. So where this little gazebo is, I'm going to implement, of course, a walkway going to the backyard, adding in a fountain, and yeah, just lots of really interesting detailing with the hedges. So I absolutely like that gazebo. That's my favorite part of the entire build, just making this. So yeah, I needed to address something about the build, but I've forgotten about it. So it's going to pop in my mind like at the very end of the video, like, oh my gosh, I needed to tell you this. But yeah, I'm not sure. So the swimming pool is absolutely massive. I know that it is intentional because the real life pool is also very, very large. So a large pool was definitely necessary for this build. So I'm here making a little interesting pathway. I really like how this looks. I don't know, it's so really decorated. I am going to decorate the left side of the pathway a little bit more, because we don't do that in this part. And I also add in a basketball court. So the real life mansion has a tennis court, and of course we don't have any tennis in this in the sim, so I went with a basketball court instead. But the basketball court still needs a whole lot more detailing, so I am going to definitely include that in part 2, and hopefully in part 2 we are going to finish all of the landscaping and do a large part of maybe decorating the first floor or the ground floor. And hopefully in part 3 we will finish everything off and decorate everything, and then the house will be finished. Of course, I'm saying a 3-part series. It can either be longer or shorter. It all depends on on how much time I have to spend every day on the build, and how quickly I can furnish and landscape, because I'm really slow. So yeah, it all depends on different factors. But I don't want this to be like a 9-parter or an 8-parter like I do my celebrity builds. So yeah, we are just going to see how this goes, and hopefully it will look great in the end. So yeah, here making the little pathways up to the main entrance. I think this is all going to be dining and seating area and maybe relaxing and lounging there on the back porch patio. Definitely an area where you can entertain guests. I was thinking about that. And so for the overall interior of the house, I was looking at some pictures. It looks very well decorated, a little bit more on the Victorian style. I did saw that some rooms had a little bit, just a little bit modern flair. I think that's because they like newly redecorated or something. But the inside is very interesting. I'm not going to, so I am going to try and use the floor plan. I don't know if I can find the floor plan of the interior of the house. I do have pictures, but not a actual floor plan. But I am going to try and, oh my god, I am going to try and find a floor plan, and then I'm going to try and implement them of it. I am going to try and implement the floor plan. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it, because it's a very large house and I don't want to make like 99 bedrooms or something like that. I want to add in some more interesting rooms, like maybe a spa. So an indoor spa, indoor swimming pool, I don't know, a relax and lounge area. Of course, children's bedrooms, a children play area on the inside perhaps. Of course, a main bedrooms and bathrooms and stuff like that. The usual will be in there, but I just want to implement some interesting rooms. Maybe I should do like a dungeon or something where you can keep your prisoners. I'm just saying things. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below the video what kind of rooms I should definitely add. Of course, the usual bedrooms, bathrooms and living rooms. Kitchen are definitely going to be inside the mansion, but interesting rooms, like, I don't know, a pool table room or a spa, a gym. Let me know in the comment section below the video what you guys want me to add as interesting rooms in this very large mansion, because it's large. I'm thinking we are definitely going to have over 10 rooms on the second floor. So yeah, it's huge and it has a lot of space. So let me hear your thoughts and then I can write them down and we can go back to that in the second part of the video and I can talk about it some more and maybe start on some of those rooms. So yeah, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm just finishing off that little section. I thought it needs something there. So I went with a large square, or not square. Anyways, a large fountain, because why not? Adding in some lily pads, and yeah, it's all getting together really nice. I think we are going to work a little bit more on the front. I wanted to add in some interesting detailed tiling pattern at the front, because if you look at the bird's view of this house, it has this beautiful tiling at the front in the shape of a flower. So I was like, let's do something interesting there, and I'm working with, I don't know, diamond shaped thingies. I was making something, I don't know, I tried to make something. You will see me doing that a little bit further on, and I just failed and it looked awful, and I went with a fountain instead. I am going to look into a tile detailing and tile patterns in The Sims, and I'm going to try it again. So probably in part 2 I am going to add in some more interesting tiling, but for now what I'm doing here, it's going to disappear again. To be fair, it looked awful. It looked awful and boring. So this little shape, I don't know the name anymore. I know I'm awful. But it didn't look nice. I wished I knew how to make a floor pattern. I know there is a way to make like a flower a flower pattern. I just don't know how. I am going to look it up. I am going to work on it, and hopefully in part 2 we have a beautiful pattern there. But for now I put in a fountain with flowers and it looks nice. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and of course the voiceover. And yeah, let me know in the comment section below the video if you liked it. Of course, please a like. Very important if you guys do. And if you loved it and this is the first video that you are seeing from me, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I hope that you guys have a great day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.